Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 48 of Around the Kingdom, a Disney Magic Kingdoms podcast by a guy who is a beast. Coming to you from Gaston's Tavern, I am your host, Steve Squirrel, and joining me today is the show's beauty, AGeekyChick.
Hi, everyone.
I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us this week as we explore the wonderful world of Disney Magic Kingdoms. Before we get started, I want to thank our Patreons, Carrie Schumann, Kathy Clausen, Honeybee, Kira, Tom Higgins, Patricia Baisden, and Brianne Duke. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's a site where you can pledge a few bucks each month to help support the show. So if you're able to and want to help support the show, please check out our page at patreon.com/AroundTheKingdom. There are other ways you can be more involved with the show also. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We have a very active Facebook group, and it's a great way to stay in touch with me and the community of the show. We also have a Discord channel where you can chat with me and the other members of the community, so come and join us. The links to everything will be in the show notes and can also be found on the show's main Facebook page. The kingdom is always changing, so for reference, this show is being recorded on Wednesday, September 25th, around 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. All right, out of the way, let's get moving on into the week in the kingdom. AGeekyChick, it's been a while. We missed you around here. How has your week or weeks been in the kingdom? What have you been doing?
Well, I guess we just mentioned off podcast, but I've been using the scrolls. You guys know I'm probably one of the most underleveled long-time players. So I've been using those, trying to catch up a little bit. I did some pre-leveling of characters that we knew we were going to need inside of the Tower Challenge. And the Tower Challenge. And then I guess Pascal, haven't really done much with him, but I've been sending people out for, who is it? Louis, the last little DuckTales duck. And I also cleared out, I had a lot of just side quests that were just sitting there.
Yeah.
And I just really needed to clear those out because it made it look like I had a whole lot more than what I really need. I think it just, Pascal, Louis, those are the two main story characters that I need to work on. So I got all the other side junk cleared out.
Have you welcomed Pascal yet, or are you still working on him?
No, I'm not. I'm so far off from that. He's permanent, right? Because if not, oops.
Yeah, he's permanent. But the most important question is, you have Maximus, right?
Yes.
Because he puts in work.
Yeah, you like Maximus. Maximus.
Everyone's favorite horse is actually getting something done. But yeah, good. Yeah, no, it took a long time to finish those drops, and I keep forgetting to hit the level button, because he's ready to go for I welcomed him and he's level 1, and I have enough to get him to level 2, but I keep forgetting when I level, I'm just level the next 24-hour quest, and I always forget hit the 6-second guy. Hit the 6-second guy, that.
And you go look and you're
So hopefully I'll remember tomorrow. But yeah, it sounds like you've had a good little run. I'm glad the scrolls are working well for you.
Yeah, I needed that because I was I don't think I would ever catch up if it wasn't a way to do more than one at a time. Yeah.
So quick catch up because I haven't spoken to you in a while. What about some of the other new features that they've brought to the game? Anything do you want to kind of talk on or point out that you really enjoy or is helpful?
No.
Okay.
No, nothing's helpful. I feel like everything just added more things for me to worry about. But
what about the new land? What about the unlock of all the land around Space Mountain?
Oh yeah, that was a positive. I was really excited about that, and it turned out to be way more than you would expect, by them just rearranging some things. I actually haven't made use of it. My park is still a mess, but because it just takes so much time to just sit there and put those things together. And I'm always I'm going to do it, and then I'm asleep or something. But so I do like that, though. There's a lot more space. It's like they said, it seems like the equivalent to them opening up a whole nother section. So I really like that. That was good.
I think it's more than one section. I think that if you calculate how much more you can put down, I'd say it's at least 2 plots of land worth of space. Yeah, it was a huge deal. Been very, very happy with that. So cool. Well, I'm glad you've been having a good time in the kingdom. My week in the kingdom has been good. I did welcome Pascal. So Maximus put in the work, and he's not at pasture yet. He's going to be very valuable for a long time until Pascal gets maxed out. And even then, he still has a 1 and 6 hour quest now. They fixed him. He doesn't have 8 hour, but he's not that terrible. But in all seriousness, Pascal's cool. I really like him. I keep forgetting to level him up because there's just so much other like mass leveling going on right now. So, but I'll keep working on him. Let's see what else. For the building upgrades. So, I don't know. Tangled relics hate me. They really do. They avoid me like the plague. Like I have Maleficent's curse on me, and the Tangled relics want nothing to do with me. I only need 5 to get the Snuggly Duckling to level 2, or to level 1, I should say, to even start working on Pascal's tokens from there. I have 2 out of 5, and it's been out for a little while now, so I'm still waiting to get those 3 relics from there. I did, though, however, finally get enough Wreck-It Ralph relics to be able to enchant the princess dressing room to the first.
I saw that on your Twitter.
Yeah, so I was excited about that. It was interesting when the patch first came out. We noticed that they didn't mention that Wreck-It Ralph buildings were going to be enchantable, but yet suddenly you started being able to collect Wi-Fi tokens. The interesting thing is that the princess dressing room is the only Wreck-It Ralph attraction that is enchantable right now. The other ones are not. So they obviously did that for a reason. So we talked about it last week. Being able to get glitched fabric, to help out with Snow White, is something to do. I don't think it's really achievable for the common average player. I mean, let's face it, Daniel Guizar just enchanted it to level 3 or 2 or whatever. Yeah, I think 3 in order to get glitched fabric. So the average common player is not going to get there for a while. And in order to interact, supposedly, to have Snow White interact in that room, it needs to be at 3 also. So they want you to start working on it, but there's a lot to go. And then the next level, once you get it to level 1, the next level is 30 more relics to get it to the next level. That's a lot of relics, so it's going to take a long time. But again, it's permanent content, so you'll just kind of ride it out. I'm just hoping, I keep saying, every time I get a Mickey and Friends relic, I'm like, it has to end sometime. It has to end sometime. I have to be able to collect enough of them sometime where I'll stop getting them. But there's going to be a lot, so that won't be happening for a long time. All right, so for leveling, I was just working on, I've been working on Tower Challenge characters a lot. Jack Skellington I got to 10, Lady Tremaine I got to 10. I'm working on the Stepsisters now. And in between, even though I'm forgetting to hit Pascal, I've been working on the DuckTales characters. So Huey, Dewey, and Louie, I've been leveling up in between. Just been able to, kind of get them going because there's no token conflicts and they're all kind of low level. So, if I need a 2-hour or 4-hour quest, or a level, I should say, then I kind of pick them, and they, they're kind of my fillers. So, but yeah, so that's it for the leveling. So there's been lots of leveling going on. I mean, it's literally nonstop. But I haven't used my scrolls. I don't know why I'm hoarding them. There's no reason to. If I level someone to 10, I might as well just use a scroll and level someone else to 10. So, I don't know. I guess I'll have to start doing that.
Yeah, it's one of those things I don't think you'll benefit by having a whole bunch, and then everybody's maxed, and then you can't use it.
And the reality is you can buy, in an emergency situation, you can buy one for 600 elixir.
Yeah.
So, it's not like, it's not like, at the beginning of an event when I level Elastigirl for 24 hours and then I can't welcome the main character or level them. I've never done that before. I talked about that in an Oops, I Did It Again segment, and guess what? You've got another Oops, I Did It Again segment today. So Here we go. And it's part of the Weekend Kingdom. Oops, I did it again. I made a mistake. I wasted cocoa. All right, sorry about that. So here's my oops, I did it again for today. So I wanted to get, I wasn't quite sure if I was going to be able to get into the top 150 in order to be able to get the Maleficent horn stand as the leaderboard reward for Chapter 1. And as the time was going on, I was using Cocos just to kind of keep my guys going. And I realized I was creeping up there, and I realized I had a good shot of making it. I was at rank 101 or 111, one of those ranks, and I felt good. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna use 4 more cocoa. I'll send my guys out. It was like 8:30. I'm like, so I just gotta collect between 10:30 and 11, and then I should have a spot. Well, I took a nap. I was watching my baby girl all morning. She went down for her nap. I decided I'd close my eyes for a few minutes. A few minutes later, I woke up at 11:15. So, not only did I waste 4 cocos because I did not collect the Maleficent coins, but I did not get the Maleficent horn stand because I was rank 151.
Oh,
One terrible. Rank out. So, anyway, my recommendation, my newcomer tip of the week for right now is don't fall asleep when you're trying to collect your tokens, because if you don't collect them before the rope drop at the end of the chapter, you lose. So there's an early newcomer tip of the week for you.
I had a similar thing. I put everybody out, and I was like, I wasn't trying to rank, but I wanted the points, so I used the cocoa, and I was like, oh, I got 3 hours. I know I'll come back before, and I didn't, so I missed out on those points. And I don't know if I use cocos, but still, it just sucks when you send people out and you don't get to collect on it.
Yeah, it does, but that's the name of the game, right? So anyway, don't be like me. All right. All right, and then my lifetime visitors board, I'm down to rank 64,900. So I'm moving along. I'm doing all right. Have you checked yours in a while? Do you know where do you stand? Do you have your game open, Laura?
I don't. I had to leave my phone
in
another room, so.
All right. Sounds good.
I'll tweet you.
Yes, tweet it out. I will retweet it because I like to hit that button. I like seeing the arrows. Anyway, all right. Okay. That's it for the Week of the Kingdom. Let's move on into the newcomer tip of the week.
Oh my goodness. Is that the tip? Sorry. It's like, that's what I was going to say.
Okay, so go ahead.
That's so crazy. I just looked at the notes and it was like, I didn't type that.
We're on the same page as always. AGeekyChick and I, Beauty and the Beast. All right.
That's crazy.
Here,
all right, watch the videos. Yes. For the mystery rewards, I like that. You get the cocoa. I know a lot of people, or the currency, the Maleficent coins, and that comes in handy because there's only so many ways to get the Maleficent coins. And so I was going to say definitely do that. And of course the tapper, like the little cursed buildings. But yeah, those videos come in handy a lot.
Yeah, so videos, right? Videos are really important in this game. From the very beginning when I started playing this game, getting the 2 gems on Main Street every day, I still do it every day, but that was huge. But not only that, but what I used to do when I was first starting out is I actually used to watch the ads for magic. Did you ever do that?
No, I did the happiness one though.
Right.
And it worked.
You can actually go to the magic, like if you go to the menu where you can see bundles and chests and all those things, right? If you click on magic where you can like purchase magic with gems, there's actually in the top left corner, you can watch videos for magic.
I don't think I ever
and you can watch like 6 or 8 of them a day. And so when I was first starting out, I would watch, like you'd get like 100 magic or potions each time. So like I'd like just kind of like have it on the background. I'd watch my 6. I'd have like 600 magic, and then at the end of the week I'd have like 6,000 magic, or whatever. And then I'd be like, oh, well that paid for 2 level ups, because magic's really hard to come by when you're starting the game. So, obviously as time went by and you earn enough potions, you stop watching those videos. But for newcomers, that's very good to know. It really does make a difference. So you have those. You have your 2 gems on Main Street that you should do every single day. You have the magic ones, which you can do if you're a newcomer. Every little bit adds up when you're first starting out in the game. So you have those. You have your happiness. Now, back before they made the happiness change, watching those videos was pointless because happiness was never an issue. You were always maxed at 99. It was never a big deal. I always skipped after the parade is over. So you run your parade ends, and then, do you want to watch a video for happiness? And I'd be like, no, thank you. Don't waste my time. Well, with the whole happiness change, I'm sure Disney Magic Kingdom's revenue has changed because people are watching those videos now. I watch the happiness video every single time I can because you get 3 of those a day. That's 30 happiness. You know what I mean? It makes a huge difference. You said you watch those too, right?
Yeah, but sometimes I have trouble with that. I think that I have trouble with like more than the other ones where like it'll be not working or I don't get my prize. But then I've noticed that sometimes when you log back in, they'll be like, oh, here's your reward for watching an ad. So.
Yep. It usually fixes itself out. So you have that. So what else do you have? Every day, you have the opportunity to watch a video after opening a bronze chest. That resets at the same time as the gems do. So it resets at banker's hours at night. And so you can open a bronze chest, and then you can watch a video and get another free bronze chest, right? So why is this good? Because happiness, right? Try to do this. I always try to do this when, like, let's say I try to save it for like first thing in the morning, or if I'm at like 40 or 50, out of like 100, happiness and ecstatic, because you can get 2 happiness for opening up the bronze chest. You can get another 2 happiness for opening up the bonus chest, right? So you can get up to 4, happiness tokens for doing this. So don't do it if you're like at 99%. Like if you're totally maxed out at a static, save it. You don't have to open every chest you see. There's a strategy to do that because you want to open it when you can get your bonus chest and maximize the amount of happiness you can get out of there. Everyone's talking about how happiness is harder to do now. This is one of the ways to maximize the amount of happiness you can get. So there's that. Do you do that every day, right? You get your bonus chest?
Yeah, I always do that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. The stuff in it is always good to get. So, yeah. So now, finally, the other thing that happens during the tower challenges, is a new thing that was introduced, I think 2 tower challenges ago, is the mystery rewards. Now, the first tower challenge that came out, it wasn't a mystery. It was always Coco. There was no surprise or mystery to it. The last one, there was one of 4 things that you could get. This time it's one of 3 things. You can either get happiness, like anywhere between 3 and 5 happiness, which is awesome. Yeah. You can get Maleficent tokens, which they range from like 150 to 250 tokens. And that's like a whole run. Like if you have like all level 10 characters go out for 2 hours, you get like 250 coins. So
in the beginning, that's a token. That's a whole token.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that, and then of course there's refreshers, right? So you have all of those different things to get. They're all really good. My recommendation, because you can get 2 a day, and it resets at banker hours. My suggestion is do it first thing in the morning when you wake up, because you can get like 5 or 10 happiness out of that. So when you wake up in the morning and your happiness is super low, just do your mystery rewards in the first thing in the morning, and bam, you're going to be like back up to, if you get at least one, you'll be in good shape. So that is the best time to do it. And those I would absolutely do every day. You have, over the course of the entire Tower Challenge, you have 30 opportunities to get items, so it's a no-brainer to me.
Yeah. And it's got to be a good tip because it was both of ours idea. Like, that's what it was like, what can I say? It's like, well, hopefully they haven't talked about watching the ads.
Yeah. Cool.
Because that's good.
All right. So that's what I got for you there. All right. So that's it for videos. And the newcomer tip of the week. And it's a tip of the week for everybody because I think that information is really valuable. All right. Let's move on. Let's get into the show news. All right. So real quick, we talked about it last week. Be on the lookout for a giveaway starting soon. We've all been pretty busy. And we're trying to iron out the details for a new giveaway starting probably in the next week or so. Last time we had a giveaway, which was not too long ago, just a couple of weeks ago, we had an awesome contest where we had a blank stained glass, and it was an art contest, and you designed your own stained glass, and MV McClure of the Clan McClures, I believe, I can't keep them all straight, won, and she was able to. She drew an awesome Pocahontas one, so she got a $10 gift card. She played on Windows, so she got a $10 Windows gift card. But yeah, so there's going to be another gift card giveaway coming soon, and that's thanks to our Patreons for helping support the show and letting us do things like that. And Geeky Chick will make sure to let everyone know when we have the contest too. She'll retweet me. She likes the button. All right, let's move on into the game news. All right, so we are in a tower challenge. Did you know that, Geeky Chick?
Did I what?
Do you know that we're in a tower challenge right now? You know that's going on, right?
I totally missed it.
Yeah. We have a tower challenge going on. In case no one noticed, that there's a curse about the kingdom. So along with tower challenges comes bundles. So let's talk about things that are available in the kingdom right now. For one bundle you can get is Captain Hook's stand, which is a really, really good stand that you can get in the game, and 2,000 Maleficent coins, and that is $3.99. Did you bite?
Not yet. I'm going to, but I kind of just wanted to see how I was going to do. I normally end up buying that, but it's not like the other regular events, there's, bundle of currency after another. It's kind of just this one, right? I don't think they usually do more than one. So I'm going to just hold off until I need it. I know I will, but...
Right. Yeah, no, the hook stand is awesome. If I didn't have it already, I probably would bite. But
oh, I have this. I have this stand. I just want the currency.
But yeah, no, so it's cool. But I'm not buying this. I feel pretty confident that I'll be good to go. So I'm gonna pass on this one. The next one is 8 cocoa for $1.99. Did you buy the refreshers?
Not yet. I'm doing okay with my drops, so I haven't needed them, and so I'll wait until I need them. Probably towards the end, mad rush to try to get to the finish. Yeah. So now I haven't spent any money yet.
Yeah, I think it's a great deal, but I'm in the same boat. I feel like it's good when you need it, and I haven't needed it yet, and I don't need it now. So if I wind up at the end needing it during that rush to kind of try to get those points for that last stand, then I will. But for now, I'm going to hold off, but it is a good deal. Also, let's see what else is going on. The Oktoberfest hat stand and 40 gems was available for a brief period of time, and now I believe it's over. I didn't see it there. But it was $1.99 for the hat stand and 40 gems. I'm sure you've already got this hat stand before, right, Geeky Chick?
Yeah. I already got it.
You got it. Did you bite on the bundle, or did you? No.
I don't even remember seeing it. So I think I saw it, but maybe I clicked out of it real quick. I just saw that I had the hat, and then
Yeah. So yeah. So you have that. Then there's the Nightmare Before Christmas chests. They came out in chapter 1, and they're still available for the rest of the event. And Beauty and the Beast chests are now available also. And they are available for the usual price of $9.99 for a 6-pack. And you can also buy them for 60 gems each. Just checking my stuff here. Also, you can buy Radiant Chest bundles. So Radiant Chests are the current chests that you can get in the Tower Challenge. They have all of the tokens for the Chapter 2 characters, so that's the Beauty and the Beast and all those different characters that you don't have. You can also get Maleficent currency as well as happiness. So those are available for 30 gems each or $2.99 for a 6-pack. And then... yeah, that I think is all that we have to cover. All right. Am I missing something? No. Good. So those are all available. All right. Let's now move on into the Tower Challenge itself. Chapter 1. Chapter 1 was the Nightmare Before Christmas chapter. As a recap, the featured character was Zero. And then you had the Nightmare Before Christmas characters. You had Mickey and Friends. You had Pluto, Mickey, Pete, Minnie, Daisy, and Goofy. Monsters, Inc. You had Boo, Sully, and Celia. And Jungle Book, you had King Louie, Mowgli, and Shere Khan. So how did Chapter 1 go for you?
I finished. I did good. I missed the whole... I got a new phone, and it was just a crazy day of it not working, needing to go get a new SIM card, because I guess my phone was really old, and it was the SIM cards didn't work on that more. So I missed the whole day, but I was still able to finish. I didn't, like I said, I didn't finish the leaderboard, not the leaderboard, the milestone, but I kind of made like a decision because I saw that I already had the dwarf hat stand, that wasn't anything new. So it wasn't like a big deal for me to make a mad rush to finish that. But I could have, like I said, if I had woke up that last and collected that last time, I would have gotten it. But I had everything for the tokens at the end. I went and bought all of the tokens that first round. What was it, hats?
Yes.
For the prince?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So I have all of those. So that was good. And I had a little bit of currency, not a whole lot, but I had a little bit of currency left over for Chapter 2.
Good. So what did you think about the pacing, the character selection, for the chapter itself? Storyline?
I thought the character selection was good. I think I missed out on the storyline this time. Just logging in quick. But the pacing seemed good. Anytime that I can not and still finish without having to do anything crazy, I figure the pacing must be good. I love when it's Mickey and Friends because, most people have them, and most people, unless you're really new, you should have them at a pretty high level. So that's always good when you see Mickey and Friends.
Yep. Totally agree. I did like the story. I think it's good. It's interesting that we have Jack. So one of the things I thought, because we have Jack in Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, would be that there would be a crossover. But we haven't seen that yet. So it's kind of interesting that they used him for all 3 chapters, yet there's kind of no meaning or reason behind it. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, no, good cast of characters. Pacing I thought was good. I think that everything's just kind of moving along, well. I did complete the first chapter. I got the dwarf hat stand and all the milestones, obviously. I already had a dwarf hat stand, but it's always good to have more, with the thrill zones coming and, the more hat stands, the better. I almost had the Maleficent horn stand, but we talked about that earlier. Yeah, so that was Chapter 1. Not really much too much to say. It just was what it was. All right, so now there's chapter 2. So let me pull up chapter 2's stuff here. All right, so chapter 2. The featured collection is Beauty and the Beast. Mrs. Potts is the featured character. And like I said last week, I have some love for her because she was my a free legendary that I got from the bonus chest that they gave you at the beginning of an event. So I have lots of love for Miss Potts. All right, so you have Mrs. Potts, and then let's talk about the breakdown of the things here. So we have the first thing we have are Toy Story. So you have Ducky, Forky, Sarge, and Woody. They are in your first character slot. So you have just one premium character, a Forky, making his first appearance, and Ducky making his first appearance as well. In the second slot, you have Aurora, Bo Peep, Merryweather, Cogsworth, and Prince Philip. So you have a little mix of Toy Story, Sleeping Beauty, and Beauty and the Beast. So yeah, you got them. In the third slot, you have Toy Story, Wall-E, and Nightmare Before Christmas. So there's Buzz, Eve, Wall-E, and Jack. And then you have the Beauty and the Beast cast in the fourth slot and Mrs. Potts in the slot. So that's what we got there. And then the other thing I want to mention is that for 37,000 points earned during the event, you can get, or during this chapter, you can get the Snow White bow stand, which is a new stand that they previewed. And it's a pretty cool looking stand.
It is.
So that is the reward for this chapter. So what are your thoughts on this chapter so far? And, different characters, thoughts so far?
I like this. I think I like this usually more than I do for chapter 2. Having Toy Story spread out through so many of the categories helps a lot. I have, all of my Toy Story characters are maxed out except for Forky and Ducky. So I wasn't too excited to see them because I actually still have them kind of mid, 4 or 5 level. So I've just been using my refreshers on Woody and Sarge since they're 10 just to keep so I can keep getting good points and currency. But yeah, I like that. My Wally and Eve, I think they both are 8 or 9, and I never leveled them up just because those are 16-hour, 24-hour. But now that we have those scrolls, I'll probably get those guys leveled up before the next tower challenge because they're always used.
They're always used. They're no-brainers. Get them to 10. And their tokens are so easy to get.
They are. But
and get them before they're balanced. They're gonna get balanced because their tokens are so easy.
Really?
Yeah, they're gonna get balanced. They're on the balanced list. Of course, they're gonna get balanced.
Well, then I'll probably level them up when this chapter is over. Then.
You don't want to collect 50 boots, 50,000 boots. So no. So all right. So yeah. So
That's good.
Yeah. So I agree. I feel the pacing. The numbers, the amount of points needed to get the prizes has not changed. It hasn't gotten harder. It's stayed on its normal pace, which I found is a fair pace and achievable. So I feel it's good. The storyline is fun. The characters, like you said, having Toy Story spread throughout them is good. And then obviously having Beauty and the Beast, a little spread out there. It's good. I like the new stand. So yeah, not a whole lot again to say. The Tower Challenge is kind of chugging along. I was able to complete chapter 1 and get all of the hats. And at the beginning of chapter 2, I had enough currency that I was able to get 20 of the 25.
Oh wow.
Of the ears tokens, and I've since completed the ears, so I'm now just gonna start racking up currency so that I can welcome Philip or not Philip, I was looking at him, welcome Prince Charming as fast as possible so that I can get him out collecting. Most likely, he will be out collecting. How do you think they're going to have him collect for Snow White's comfy costume?
Oh, I don't know. What do you mean? How do I think? Like,
So,
what level he needs to be?
no, well, so he might need to be 2. If I remember from the Mulan event where we got Cricky needed to be level 2. And then once he got to level 2, he had a 1-hour task to gather the fabrics. And he was the only one that could gather the fabrics. And they were rare or something. No, or maybe they were, I don't remember what they were, but it was like a 1-hour thing to get them. And you need like 6 or 8 of them.
I'm counting on there being a bundle for the costume. I just I don't know. By the end of the events, I'm always, can I just pay and be done? Like, I usually villain at the end. Villain, just do the villain bundle. So we'll see though. I mean, if it looks like I can without, then I will, but.
You need to be the little geeky chick that could.
No.
And just say every morning when you log in, you need to go, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
I need alarms because I'll forget.
Yeah. I'm going to buy you an alarm. I'm going to send it to you. Patreons, if you wonder where your money's going, Amazon.com has now got an alarm clock. The Mickey Mouse alarm clock. That's a Mickey Mouse alarm clock. Send to Texas. It will find you. Just email it. Just mail it to AGeekyChick in Texas, and it will.
AGeekyChick in Texas. That'll work.
It will find you. So all right. So that's chapter 2. So that's kind of where we're at now. We have 3.5 days left. So, over the weekend is when chapter 3 will begin. So chapter 3, Snow White is the featured collection. So Dopey's going to be the featured character. One slot will be the Snow White characters. Sneezy, Sleepy, Bashful, Grumpy, Happy, and the Queen. And then Cinderella characters. Fairy Godmother, Cinderella, Anastasia, Lady Germaine, and Drizella. And also Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast. Making an appearance. And then Pirates of the Caribbean, you have Tia, Will, and Jack Sparrow. And then Tangled and Nightmare Before Christmas is Rapunzel, Maximus, and Jack Skellington. Maximus!
That reminds me. I did Jack Sparrow, his captain. I've had the fabric for a while, but I finally actually got his costume. Put that up there with Meek and the Kingdom.
So you had the fabric forever, but you just never clicked on it and you got the costume?
Because I was going to save it so I could get him and Minnie Mouse's pirate costume. I wanted to do them both at the same time. I don't know. But then, like I told you, I was clearing out the side quest, so I just went ahead and did it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It's a cool costume. I don't think I've taken him out of it since I've put him in there.
Yeah, I probably won't take him out either.
All right, so that is it. So that's chapter 3 coming up. Any thoughts on chapter 3 and the end of the event? You see, where's the light at the end of the tunnel? You said you want a bundle. Do you think you can do it? I think you can. I think you can do it. I believe in you.
I have to look.
Can everyone that's listening do us a favor? Tweet at Geeky Chick every 2 hours for the remainder of the event. Every 2 hours, just let's bombard her with tweets.
But not at nighttime.
No, at nighttime. Daytime.
My phone goes on silent at night.
We'll find an app. Unsilent the phone. Okay, let's move on. People are wondering why we're just doing this. All right. One thing I wanted to point out. Thank you, Daniel Gizar, for pointing this out. So one of the things that there was able, if you wanted to send a character out on a to go out to attack the tower, and you didn't have a refresher, you could spend 10 gems to basically buy a refresher and refresh or just refresh the character. Last tower challenge, it went up to 20. It cost 20 gems to refresh a character. So we thought that was a lot. Disney Magic Kingdoms apparently agreed with us because now it's back down to 10 gems again for that. So that's good to know in case you need to get someone out there. All right, event of the week. As we say every time there's a tower challenge, the event of the week is the tower challenge, and it's just working towards getting the Maleficent horn stands, the Cocos, and the EC by being higher up on the leaderboard. The way you do that is by getting points. Points are earned by sending your characters out to storm the tower, and based on their levels, is a certain number of points you'll get. So that's it. One of the things to point out is that it seems that Disney Magic Kingdom, since the Thrill Zones, has been trying to make attractions and concessions and things a little bit easier to obtain. They've changed the Maleficent horn stand from the top 50 to the top 150. So that's really great. That's really cool. Give a lot of other people the opportunity to get the stand. It's one of the best stands in the game right now. With all matter of fact being that it should be. But let me see if I could just find mine real quick. Yeah, so it's a 4-hour refresh time, for collecting, which is a really good collect time. And it's a 5-star hat stand. So it counts as a hat stand in your kingdom, which hat stands are kind of in high demand. And if for some reason you need to get elixir, it's very high. I think it's 1,500 or more elixir. So it's very, very good and very valuable. So definitely want to get your hands on that. You have some horn stands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that the people who got them back when it was, harder to get, top 10, top 50, or top 25, I think that they should have different colors, like little tipped, like a gold tipped horn stand, or a silver. You know what I mean? Like to kind of differentiate between them, because it's kind of like I don't want to say like that I feel like it's more of an achievement back in the day to get it, and that should be recognized. How like some people like put an asterisk next to something when you kind of got it but didn't really deserve it.
No, I know what you.
So it would be cool if they did something like that to like kind of recognize those people for getting it, then. So like, and it's easy for them to say like, anyone who had a horn stand before this date changed the horn stand to this. So I think that would have been a nice idea. But okay. All right. It's time for the Disney Dad Joke of the Week. All right. This one's a little Alice in Wonderland related. I was trying to find a Beauty and the Beast one, but what can I say? The clock was ticking. What is the Cheshire Cat's favorite drink?
What is it?
Evaporated milk. This is my favorite part of the show because I just get to laugh at myself. All right. Well, you know what? It's been just a pretty simple week. there's is it worth it? Is kind of running out of things that we can talk about for being is it worth it? So I'm gonna need to review the past shows and see like what's left. If there's something that you'd like to see put onto Is It Worth It, by all means, tweet the show right on our Facebook page. Let us know because we've done a lot of stuff, but again, we've been doing this segment for a long time, so maybe we should come around and look at it again. Maybe we should redo Maximus. Yes, next that's it. Next week is Maximus. I'm writing it down. Next week, revisit Maximus. Will Maximus be worth it? What do you think? Geeky Chick, give me a quick 3-second answer. Is Maximus worth it?
Yeah.
Whoa! All right, we'll talk about Maximus next week. I need time to prepare for this. Because I'll cry at the end of the segment.
What? What?
It hurts so bad to say that he'd be worth it. It'd be like tearing at my soul. Kelly Richmond would be so mad. All right. So that's it. I do not have any feature reports for this week. So please submit your feature reports. We'd love to hear from you. And then questions and things. We just don't have much going on this week. It's just been a kind of a lazy week. People are just working on their tower challenges and getting stuff done. So that's just about it. Geeky Chick, do you have anything else that you want to kind of talk about, go over? While we're here?
No, I had a feature report. I gotta start submitting them because I never remember when I'm here.
Submit one now. Tell me something you'd like to see in the game.
I guess just quality improvement. When you're scrolling through, it was when we had like the mini box type things. You had to send people and you had to come all the way back. You gotta go find them and then go all the way back. I don't know. It's just a lot. It's kind of, I don't know. And it's the same thing when you're sending people out to go do things for, how you have to leave out of that menu and the map moves and.
Yeah. No, sure. I agree. I think that for battle bots, like I get when you have like one of those events where it's like find 10 clouds or find these little itty bitty clam pixels that are hiding in the sand somewhere.
Yeah.
I get that those are supposed to be hard to find and like you take your time and you have to look for them, right? Battle bots shouldn't be hard to find. Like you shouldn't have to be trying to like scroll through your kingdom and try to find a battle bot, and then when you find them, like like you said, click and then have to go back to the person to click on them, and then you can't find the battle bot again because because they ran away to find Maximus somewhere, and like so it kind of for battle bots, like when you have an event going on and during the event there's the thing that spawns every 2 hours, like the common token, and you can just you can click on the thing on the side and it will take you right to them. Yeah. For battle bots, it should be just like that. There should be a battle bot on the left hand side. You click on the battle bot, you go to the battle bot. That would make life so much easier, especially because no one likes doing battle bots, right?
Yeah.
Joy, battle bots, and Maximus. Yes, my two favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things.
Like if we could save our park layout, I would just clear out my whole park. Like if you could store a layout, I would just clear my park of all the buildings and then put them back when the battle bots are over, finding the tappers. It's frustrating.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, that's a good feature report. I like it. Darlene says that the battle bots need to be bigger. Too much stuff for them to hide behind. You know what they should do? They should be like Godzilla bots, where they're so big that they tower over all of the buildings, and they're just these giant monstrosities. Dong, dong, dong. You know, just like stamp destroying things in their path. Like my soul.
That'd be terrible. Like the heffalump balloon things that are like huge.
Yes, they should be half a balloon size.
That's my favorite when they bring those in.
Yeah. So, all right, so that's it. Short show this week. Thanks to everyone for joining us. And, you know, good luck with the challenge. Do you have any shout outs that you want to give out, Geeky Chick?
Shout out to the people in the chat keeping us company.
Yes, thank you to all the people in the chat. And thanks for everyone listening at home. Shout outs to my two little girls who are awesome. And that's all I have to say about that. If you want to be more involved with the show, actually, next week's show, I have no idea who's going to be in the next week's show. Maybe I'll just pull Geeky Cheek back into this. And next week's show, I believe, is going to be on Thursday. I have scheduling conflict next Wednesday, so I'll probably be in next Thursday. And we'll figure it out, though. I will keep you informed. So follow on the page, and I'll let you know. If you want to be more involved with the show, you can follow us on Twitter at ATK Podcast and like our Facebook page at facebook.com/ATK Podcast. Here you'll find out before anyone else about any breaking news that we hear, information on contests and giveaways when new shows are published, and of course my ramblings and photos from my day-to-day playing. The show's Facebook group is up, and it's a great way to easily interact with me and other fans of the show to talk about our favorite game. The link to our group will be in the show notes and can also be found on the show's main Facebook page. Also, you can write into the show. Our email address is aroundthekingdompodcast@gmail.com. Keep me interested. All I get is spam. I'd love to hear from you. We're now on YouTube. If you want to watch the show and see me and my awesome guests, then head on over and subscribe to our channel, like the video, and smash the bell to get notified when a new show goes live. The link to our channel will be in the show notes. Also, don't forget to join our Discord channel to chat with us. If you want to help support the show, please head over at iTunes, subscribe to the podcast, and leave us a 5-star review. Doing so is quick and easy, costs you nothing, but helps us greatly to be seen by other people so they can enjoy the show also. All 5-star reviews will be read at the end of each episode. Listening to each show is all we can really ask for, but if you do want to help support us in another way, please check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/aroundthekingdom. We would love to get 2 Patreons by the end of October. If you do, maybe what I'll do, if we get 2 new Patreons by the end of October, okay, and we meet that goal, I will do the last episode of the month of October in a costume. I will get dressed up in some sort of costume. I don't know if I'll paint my face like a skeleton so I can be like Coco, or we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll have a contest. If I get 2 Patreons, we could have like a contest where you pick out what I should do, and I'll dress up, and we'll figure something out. But I will dress up at the end of October. So join the Patreon team, help support the show. All Patreons will get a special shout out at the beginning of every episode. Again, it's patreon.com/aroundthekingdom. The link will be in the show notes. Thanks again for joining us this week. I am Steve Squirrel. For myself and a Geeky Chick, we hope you have a great night, and we will see you around the kingdom next week.
Bye.